Hi Cynthia, I hope the first video was helpful. What I'll do now is go over the last 4 questions that you missed. So it looks like numbers 5, 7, 8, and 10. So if you can pull up your quiz and follow along with me, I'll start with number 5. Question 5 had said that Herky is putting money into a savings account on a weekly basis to buy a DVD player that costs $179.40. He asked Mario how much he should save per week if he buys the player in 8 weeks, and he already has $35. Well, if he already has $35, we want to subtract that amount, and that tells us that he needs to save $144.40 in order to buy this. Now, if he has 8 weeks to do this, then we divide that amount by 8 to get our answer. So if we divide by 8, you can use your calculator to do this. You end up with $18.05. And that tells us the amount per week. So this is how much the DVD player costs. This is what he already had. This is how much more money he needs. 8 weeks to do it means he needs $18.05 per week, which was option A. All right, next we'll take a look at question number 7. Question number 7 says, Sonia made a resolution to walk 2.5 kilometers a day. Tuesday she walked 4 times around the track at her high school. And then we were given that the track is 0.4. All right, so next it looks like you missed question number 7. In question number 7, it says that Sonia made a resolution to walk 2.5 kilometers a day, and Tuesday she walked 4 times around the track. Now notice in that table you're given that the track is 0.4 kilometers. So if she walked around that 4 times, we know she walked a total of 1.6. The question says how many additional kilometers does she need to walk on Tuesday? Well, if the goal is to walk 2.5 per day, sorry about that, and she already did 1.6, how much more does she need to do? Then we want to subtract those amounts to get our final answer. She needs 0.9 kilometers more, which is that section option. I'll call it choice B. So that is how you would do number 7. The next question you had missed was number 8, which says Sylvia has a piece of material 668.36 inches squared. So that means that's the entire area of this material. That's our total. It says that she marks it into 4 equal pieces. So let's say we divide it like this into 4 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then cuts one of the pieces out. How much remains? Well, what we could do first is we could divide this amount by 4, and that would be 125.32. And then, if that's what each of these is, and we're cutting one of them out and we're seeing what is remaining, we could then times that answer by 3. And that gives us 501.27. Now, the other option would be that we could have taken this 668.36, the total, and we could have subtracted the 125.32. And that would also give us the same answer, which was choice D. I'm sorry, I didn't have a calculator, and I just realized that I looked at the choices. I didn't actually do the math. This number is wrong. This was a 167.09, and then everything else should be correct. I just wasn't using a calculator and wrote down the wrong number there. So sorry about that, but you still have to take the original amount, divide it by 4 to get each section, either multiply that by 3 or just subtract that from the total, and there's your final answer. Alright, to finish up this video, the last problem we'll look at is number 10. So if you take a look at number 10, a lot of information was given and you're not going to use it all, so there's a lot of extra stuff here. Allie says the turkey patty she prepared for her friends had 73.5 grams of fat. The chart shows nutritional facts for turkey and beef. So if we look at the fat for turkey patties, there's 10.5 grams. So what we want to do first is we want to know, well, if there's 10.5 grams for one turkey patty, then how many did she make if she had 73.5 grams? So if we divide 73.5 by 10.5, we actually get 7. So we know she made 7 turkey patties for her friends. Now we want to know, what if she had done beef patties instead? Well, since the fat for beef patties is 15.2 and she's making 7 of them, then we'd multiply those numbers and we'd end up with 106.4 grams, which gives us that third choice, so I'll call it C as our correct answer.